This is Rob Burnham, ATR Preacher Man R&B, and this is an episode of Richard Land Comments. And this is time I'm doing another Halloween classes, and this is the startup of my Halloween classes for the month of October, and going into the November as well. And then after November, I will be starting my Christmas classes. But anyway, what happens is we're watching Cujo, and what happens in this movie is it's about this dog. And it starts off with Cujo chasing after this rabbit. So he's chasing after this rabbit into the rabbit hole it goes into, not knowing that there's bats in this rabbit hole. And whenever Cujo's trying to get to the rabbit, one of the bats bites him. The bat wound up having rabies. Now Cujo has rabies. And throughout the first part of this movie, Cujo's slowly transitioning into the rabies state of mind and going rabid. So what happens is Cujo's owners win the lottery. They win $5,000. So the mother and the son will go off. Dad stays behind. Well, what happens is Cujo goes after the dad's best friend. He attacks him first, kills him, gets rid of him. So Cujo's owner comes in trying to look for his friend, finds his friend dead, and then Cujo shows up, kills his owner. The owner's dead. So now Cujo goes back to his house. Well, what happens is the main characters of this movie, the woman and her son and her husband, was getting their car worked on by the owner of Cujo. And what happens is she goes to drop the car off. Owner's not there. And Cujo shows up and traps them in the car throughout the rest of this movie. The rest of this movie, her and her son is trapped in the car while her husband's out of town trying to get back to him. Because, backstory, the woman had an affair. The guy that she had an affair with is pretty much obsessed with her. He actually shows up to the house while she's trapped in the car with her son and cuts up their bed and a picture of her, and it's this whole ordeal. Well, like I said, she's trapped in the car with her son. Every time she tries to get out, Cujo attacks. Cujo actually bites her leg, so she got a pretty good wound on her leg. And then the cops show up because the husband comes home and tells the cops what's going on and tells them where the car, his wife's car is. So the cops go to check it out. Cop gets attacked by Cujo, winds up dying, I believe. And then the mom has no choice but to get out of the car because the little boy is suffocating. He ain't had water in a long time and he's pretty much about to die. So she goes to try to get him some water and try to wake him back up. Then Cujo shows back up, and then Cujo's about to attack her. She winds up shooting Cujo at the end of the movie. Cujo's dead, and then it cuts to black in the end credits. And that's all that really happened. My question for y'all is, y'all ever watched Cujo? What'd y'all like about it? As always, Rob Burnham, ATR Preacher Man R&B. Night, guys. GD's awesome. It's been an episode of Richard Land Comments. See y'all next time.